to surprise people that you made it. So you won't have audio immediately. Hello, happy Friday, interwebs. Guess who's here? And fingers crossed with no technical difficulties this week. Ta-da! Hi, Steph.
Hello.
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 Hopefully you guys are hearing us. We're keeping it simple this week. No more trying to do 3 different things at once. Just a straight up stream. We are still in 4K though, so hopefully this is looking nice and schmick. Lots of people in the chat already commenting on the cover photo. Is spider phobia really still a big thing? I mean, we're all adults now, right? You know that
No.
they walk across your face whilst you sleep anyway.
Oh, God.
Not that one, though. I'm sure I've talked about it in a video before, but that spider is... Have I told you about this one, Steph? No?
I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't want to hear any spider stories.
Okay, so this spider, for those of us in the room, is not in the United States. So no need to stress about it.
Okay.
It's called a Brazilian wandering spider. It must wander because I saw this one in the Amazon of Peru. And they say that that is the most dangerous animal in the Amazon, despite there being caiman and puma and all kinds of everything's there, piranhas. It has a toxin that when it bites you as a man, I don't actually know what the physiological effects are on a woman, but among other things, it causes an excruciating erection for like half an hour or an hour, and then your heart stops and you die. And if you are bitten in the jungle, they don't have anti-venom most places, or I don't know if an anti-venom exists. And I got told that after I was about half a foot away from that spider taking a macro shot of it. So good to use a big ring flash that blocks you from the erection-causing murder spider. But there you go. Yes, men always love to joke, what a way to go, ha ha ha, but it's meant to be absolutely excruciating. And that's, I guess there's something to do with what it's doing to the blood vessels in your whole body, and that's just one symptom that you're in big trouble. For those of you saying that that's a nice way to go out, I think maybe you need to reassess your life priorities.
Way to start this week's Friday, stream. Jesus.
So Chris is saying he found one in a banana box once. I'm surprised if you have. It would have made national news, but one was found in a banana from Brazil in London a few years ago. I saw on the news. Someone's saying, why are you blurring? I guess they're talking about Steph. She's using a normal webcam. And that's just how we go. So,
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I've set the tone wrongly. Maybe as an Aussie, I'm a little bit immune to having phobias of spiders and snakes and that kind of thing. But we do have a nice array of different shots in this week's macro theme competition. So thank you to everyone who submitted. I didn't choose out one specifically to freak Steph out. I just chose out ones that I thought were great. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Why have we only got 7 likes and already dislikes? I hope it wasn't just a spider. Oh, shut up.
Spiders, that's why.
They walk on your face whilst you sleep. For next week, I'm going to make the theme natural light. So Steph and I released an epic new course just not long ago on natural light photography. Haven't made that as a theme, so let's make that as next week's theme. And for this week, I'm giving away a copy of the Natural Light Masterclass to the winner. And I chose macro as the theme because all of last week and before that, I was working on new macro download series. But it probably doesn't make sense to give a macro course to the person who has already taken the best macro shot. So I thought I will make that an encouragement runners-up prize to someone. So, again, to those of you who are new, I just saw Leightonus comment there. When you submit a shot, I try to keep it simple. Just go to mattgranger.com/live, Follow the instructions. You're basically just emailing it to toglife@mattgranger.com, renaming the file by your name. So it would be like stephfam-macro.jpg, and around 4,000 pixels on the long edge so that it looks good in 4K video. And the cutoff time is 2 p.m. So I saw just as I was coming in here, we did get late entries. Sorry, you're not included, because I send the shots to Steph at about 3 after I've done the culling. And if they're not renamed, you don't get included either. I'm sorry. There's too many to go through to be renaming the files as well. So we didn't actually get to catch up properly on Monday, Steph, because all of our wonderful technical issues. So you got a week worth of catching up. Go.
Okay. One, I am really dreading this theme's submissions. I am not looking forward to it. I'm really sorry, guys. This is not my thing. Two, my YouTube group, my channel, Art School Dropouts. So we actually just decided to have another in-house grindhouse film showcase, because apparently a lot of people liked the first go around, and we did a survey for a lot of the people that submitted. So we actually are tweaking it. We already, I opened up submissions on, I think, the 17th or something, and it's the 22nd, and we have 18 submissions already. So it's really awesome. We have submissions from all over, and I'm really excited, and I'm hoping it really goes well. And yeah, so that's pretty much the big update. And also, my latest short film that I shot is up on my YouTube channel, and it's called Light 'em Up, and it was the last thing that we were able to shoot before we were all quarantined. So yeah.
So for the grindhouse, does everyone who gets entered get shown, or there must be some culling process?
Nope, there's no culling process.
So
whoever
if someone submits a 4-hour film?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to make a 4-hour film.
Oh
I'm going to
God.
submit all of my YouTube videos as one opus. Perfect. So hit us with your questions, guys. Unfortunately, Juan couldn't be with us today, who's normally all over the comments in the comment section. So I will do his job. Make sure you hit like and subscribe and go to the website and do all that great stuff. And rah, 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 cheerleader, Matt and Steph are great. Thank you, Juan, and we miss you. But do submit any questions that you have, and we will jump in and take a look at some pictures. Now, I only have about an hour this week, so let's get moving.
Yay. Let's go through these.
Well, here you go. Something sweet to begin with from Ansi Kinnunen. So a snowflake, fitting with all of I think I've heard the word snowflake more in America than anywhere in my life in the last 2 years, and it's just a lower key shot than we normally see, and highlights up a little. I also think maybe that almost central composition doesn't quite work if you put it to one corner. And let's just jump in and take a quick little look here.
I already like it.
Of course you do. So that's Steph's winner done. If we, that's probably a bit too far. If we put it just up a little away from center and bring our highlights up a little, it's up. We walk above and below the web, and you rarely see this perspective. We in animal photography, especially if you've been on safari, we call this the tourist view, when you're showing the butt of the animal rather than the head. So that's not the ideal. You'd prefer the side perspective or the face of it, showing those lovely smiling face that Steph is looking forward to seeing on some of our future pictures. But I like that it's something different, having it upside down. And I guess this one's for Steph, because this has a bit of a anime vibe about it, from Brian Pasveer. Now, you'll note I'm not being, and I said this multiple times when we talked about it Friday and Monday, I'm not being pedantic about, is it technically 100% macro shot? I don't know if this little toy is a centimeter, an inch, or 6 inches tall, but they're between extreme close-up and macros. And the point of this does work because it's most likely a very small object that's been lit with a tiny little light source. I'm fortunate to be editing these. I mean, you can see it in the histogram, but editing these on my ISO displays that really show me accurately what's in the file, and there's nothing near whites in those images. What do you think of this one, Steph, before we get back to the scary stuff?
I like it.
The
It's
end.
not a spider or a bug, so I appreciate it. So 2 points for you. Yay.
There you go, Brian. 4 inches tall and getting Steph's approval. Now, this one from Ian Wilkinson, I just love it. Looks like a fat old man trying to get up on the sofa or something, or like a fat puppy trying to get up on the sofa. And the detail through the hair, I haven't seen bugs like this that have like so much hair. If Ian's in the room, I would love to know how tiny this is. It says that you shot this with the 2x Lauer macro. I don't know if you're near 2x macro. To me, this looks like he's actually like a big bug, but maybe it's actually a tiny little bug that you've just shot so close up. But I really like it. Having at least the head and then the start of like the chest area, whatever you call that on a bug, in sharp focus, I think is good. And the reaction you're getting from Steph means that you've gotten a lot of detail up in it. So nicely done, Ian. Pick. Steph, you look like you're going to be sick. You all right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm as good as it's gonna
about
get.
5
So
centimeters. Okay, so it's not macro or 2x macro, but it's pretty phenomenal. Nice one. This one from Ian Knight. I just thought it's something different and it won't freak Steph out. No reason you can't put in this kind of a thing. I don't know that any of them are true macros, but again, it's the fact that we're in so close on something that you normally see from a wide perspective that you don't drink in all of the details. So I thought it's kind of a cool one and got lots of nice textural elements. Steph, if
I like
you
it
had to
too.
eat a teaspoon of one of them, which would it be?
oh shoot.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
go with,
salt?
I think I'd go with the fennel. Fennel seeds top right. Or the Sichuan pepper for a dish. But yeah,
Oof.
fennel, salt, ugh, that's gonna, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
This one from Jesse and Joe. See, not just wedding stuff. They do it all. Look at these guys.
Oh,
So this
I
one,
like the water droplet, but that's about it. I'm sorry.
I think it's blowing a bubble. I think it's blowing you a kiss, Steph, actually. So you should really be kinder to it. The fact that whilst I'm stuck at home, and we all are, and I have this great internet, I might as well let you send in the images as high res as you possibly can, so that if I want to zoom in on them like this, we can see all of their beautiful detail. Well, don't look at that screen, Steph. No one's forcing you. Sheesh.
This-
I like it again. I'm not sure about its position in the frame. It's all just muted greens. We get macro shots you see online are actually have been cropped in that makes them feel even closer. Bug buff. Hashtag bug buff. Nice one, Rico. Nice shot though. Pick. Now this one is cute. Come on. From Joe Raynack. What do you reckon, Steph? Just don't think
Yeah,
about
okay,
tryptophobia.
yeah, it is kind of tryptophobia-ish. It's just I just gotta focus on the little fish.
He's so cute.
Yeah, and then I'm fine.
I think it's cute. The colors are good. It might pop a little if we just brought some blacks back in, but it's, I guess the way it's been lit, you get all of that. What's the right word for that? The fluorescence coming out of the colors. It's really pretty. Nice. I like it.
It's better. I'll take that over the bugs though.
What
So.
about this? Just a cheeky little bee, I suppose. From Karsten Larson. Nice to see you submitting again. American bees are so much fatter than the bees we have back in Australia. This one looks like a nice skinny European bee, I reckon.
That's funny that you would make that observation.
No,
What are you trying to say about America, huh?
like 2 to 3 times bigger than Australian bees. and just like fat. Well, I'm not judging the people. Australia's got loads of fatties. I'm talking about the bees. Um, yeah, I like this one. Again, I mean, cropping and composition is a personal thing, but I wonder if like this maybe works well.
Oh, Brad and Kev says that it's a hoverfly. What is a hoverfly? What?
Is that like from Back to the Future? It's a never thought of it that way. But why do we all say hover when it's a HOV? Hover. Hover.
Hover.
Hover.
Oh,
Welcome to Improving Your English Diction with Matt and Steph, an Australian and a Philadelphiaite. This one from Baskerville Hounds, Macro Tiger Moth. That's an interesting perspective. So I guess it was sitting on the outside of glass or
it's
something.
scary. Sorry,
What's
sorry.
wrong with that?
Ugh, ugh.
Oh,
All right.
I think it's cute.
I love how everyone is enjoying me freaking out over these insects. Really, guys, you couldn't think of anything else to shoot besides bugs.
Oh, there was a lot. I had to cull it back significantly. Now, for this one, I do think it needs the brights to be brighter, but noting that here, looking at our histogram, we have this little tail running out here, and that must be this highlight around the thinnest part of the hair. If we push the highlights and whites, I'm guessing, yeah, we're gonna blow them out before we really bring the sternum up. So if instead we grab our little tone curve here and just grab that point, we can bring up that without blowing out our whites. And I reckon that's extremely cute. Look at it. Yeah, give it a little chin scrub. Hey? Hey, Steph?
the-
Yeah. Okay, we'll finish on this one so then you can get the vomit out of your mouth. Mervyn. I can see why this would stress Steph out. I think the clarity and the edit on this has been pushed too far. First of all, I don't know what's going on over on the side here. There's like some unusual artifacts going on with the streaking that we've got there. Maybe it was just a rush to try and remove something. But I feel like the clarity has been pushed to 500 on this. It's, to me, a bit much. And then I'm guessing maybe you tried to add some space because of missing the front legs, trying to add some at the top or something. I'm not sure. I'm guessing that's what it is.
Oh my God, why am I watching the YouTube version of this like stream? I can see you zoom
Say what?
in and it's
Say what, Steph? Say what?
nothing.
So
Just
let's go
to the
forward
next.
to the puppy shot then. And is Steph looking at the screen now? Oh, damn. It's a great shot, but I do think the processing has been overdone on that one. So let's take a look. We'll jump back out and see Steph's full face. Brilliant. Do we have some questions?
Yeah, please, questions, guys.
Steph,
Oh, God.
what is your favorite bug to find in the house? Nothing?
No,
Crickets? All right, that's a bit unfortunate.
no bugs. Maybe a buggy car, toy car.
Like a Volkswagen Beetle? Hey.
Yeah.
Matt, your take on the Sigma 120 to 300 for soccer, football, and basketball, softball. I've not used the new one. I've heard good things about it. I would say for indoor low light sports, the new gen, I think it's the sport version, is probably a better bet. The older 120 to 300 they've had on the market for close to a decade, was a bit slow to focus. I think you would struggle with next Mortal Kombat movies.
It would be really cool if I did, but
Is that what you
not
mean?
that
Is
I
she going to
know.
be in the movie, or do you mean are they going to do something related to it, like a little fan fight
Oh,
or
we are
something?
not doing a fan film. Mm-mm. Nope.
Who's your favorite
I
Mortal
know like,
Kombat character?
oh man. Guess Sub-Zero.
Me too. And I was thinking that because this dragonfly kind of is wearing his colors. Nice one, Sub
I
Zero.
like the color. I just not a fan of the bug.
We still only have 7 likes. What's up, folks? You guys suck. Come on.
Because of the spider, man. Oh,
He-
Jess and Joe photography. I think you asked me last time about my chair, I believe. You need to.
We have Yobo has sent me over a message. What is your favorite focal length for macro? Commonly use a 60 on micro four thirds, so 120 effective. It really depends. I think the main thing to think about, well, not we don't all have multiple macro lenses to shoot with, but what's your subject and what kind of a working distance you need for 2 reasons. If you're shooting with a wide angle, that you do have a difference in perspective between like a 21mm macro and a 150mm macro, but when you're in that close, it doesn't make a hell of a lot of difference because you can't see the background anyway. It's more to do with, is getting really close to what you're shooting likely to startle it or be a problem and have it run away, or have it attack you? And secondly, how difficult does it become to add light? Because often you're going to need to add light. Richie Collins asks Matt, no beer. Good question. No, I didn't have. I actually put something else in the fridge to have that was also a soda, and this is still just on my desk from earlier. I am going to be at my desk editing and working till after midnight, so no drinking for me. Everything okay? Kate's doing a little crab walk through the room to try and get past all of the equipment.
Oh, I feel like everyone's
Okay,
trying
so
to
the
freak
spider
me
one
out.
that I shot was taken full frame with the 90mm Tamron, just so you guys know. Naomi Nakashita, oh thanks, sweetie. What macro lens do you recommend for Nikon Z mount? They have, I think they have one out already natively. Otherwise, FTZ adapter with any of the Nikon F mount a fine option. Or this is something that I go through in the recent macro video actually. You can get, an extension tube and a lens mount adapter to put any lens, make it into a macro, and then put it onto your mirrorless. So that's a good option. Where's my tissue? I've got such a runny nose. Fill some dead air, Steph.
Oh, okay. I don't like bugs, obviously, as you guys know. Let's see what's the top. Oh, yeah, if you guys want to see some original content and films from filmmakers all over the world, please check out my event that's coming up on June 20th. It's a while until then, but I'm gonna be marketing it as much as possible. So yeah, check it out. We already have like a lot of really cool submissions, and I will post a link for you guys now.
And you will
Yeah.
get to see a 6-week non-stop stream of all of my YouTube content melded into like the Decalogue, but the Septepa Mega Sebalogue. You guys know the Decalogue?
Yay.
Of course you do. All right, let's jump back into some pictures. This one from Oliver Sturshire. I think this thing is cute. So I don't know if this is true. I think it is. But a lot of the dragonflies that I saw in Laos and through Southeast Asia were often in pairs. I'm pretty sure the way they were flying, they were mating. And it was always a blue one and a red one. And from the positionings at my lectures, so please pay attention, that dragonflies are apparently they're crazy intelligent. So most things, even like a lion, the lion is chasing the hyena, and it just follows it. And at best, it might like try and cut it off at a pass. But dragonflies actually predict where it's going and where it's going to be, and they go to where it's going to be. So they just catch it in midair, and it's like a 9 out of 10 strike rate or something. That's what you should do in your martial arts.
I spent
Kick where
an
the
hour
face is
looking at
going to
Fennec
be.
Fox videos today.
Say what?
I spent an hour looking at Fennec Fox videos today and Fox just videos in general just because they were very cute. Because I knew I would be very upset watching like doing this stream because bugs. Ugh.
Okay.
Foxes are cute.
Well,
I
there you
want a
go.
pet fox.
I am planning a trip to Iceland and Greenland for myself to go photograph Arctic foxes. So, boom. Back to Oliver. I really like your picture, mate.
I
So
like the color.
there you go. It shows you
Yeah.
how difficult it is once you're writing at macro, that here you've nailed the stem, the animal, the second leg is out, and the first eye is out. Not going to hold that against you, having the wing and all of the water.
Please
Now,
no.
Rob Bullman, what the heck am I looking at here? Is this a trick shot? Is this like some
Oh,
processor? Steph will like it because it has pretty colors and it's not a bug.
yeah.
Um, Someone saying, hey, that's mine. So that's a silicon wafer. Now, did you take this with a extension tube, or are silicon wafers not that? Each of them are 3 by 4 millimeters. Okay, so not teeny, 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 but pretty teeny. It looks kind of like, each one of them looks like a motherboard. Hectic.
I like this one.
Heck. No,
I'm
I
just
do too.
saying.
I chose it out because I thought it's an interesting shot. Nicely done, and thanks for entering it.
I feel like this shot could be used as like a computer wallpaper.
Well, yes, and the inside as well. Our next one, just for Steph, nothing scary, all pretty and wistful, and kind of has the same Arctic vibe as my fox photos hopefully will. Goes, remind me, Steph, you told me once you shoot with a photographer who does water drops but on skin, and they said something other than water does a better job.
Water for this.
Yeah, I was going to say, for this, yes, probably water, but sometimes with flowers, being like if you're shooting, dropping water on the stamen, they're succulent and they'll just absorb the water. So then the drop is gone. So in those kind of cases, maybe that would be good. Now for this, oh, sorry to do this, Robert, but I reckon still I might go using 4x5. It's more old school. It's like film. Then probably push the highlights a little, and then you wouldn't want to dehaze this because all of those stems are going to go shitty, but maybe a little bit of clarity. Just a little better there. Nice one though, and not scary. So thank you on behalf of Steph. And
Yes, thank you.
no thank you on behalf of the room who are enjoying her face. Now, maybe I should just have your face a lot bigger whilst we're reviewing the bug shot so people can
No, I
really
think
enjoy
we're
that.
okay.
What about
We
this
don't
one
need
from
to.
Rusty Myers? Also pretty, also a bit tryptophobic-ish, also water drop heaven, and each of them looks like those old-fashioned pooled candy, you know, like saltwater taffy or something. You know, you have the white
I don't know,
candy that
there's
has the
something about
colored
this that
stuff.
makes me uncomfortable. I'm sorry.
It's kind of like that scene in Alien with the thing
Oh
bursting
yeah,
out,
just like
right?
ugh. Ugh.
So Rusty's in the room. Tell us about it. Tell us about the shot. I like it. Steph's disturbed. I still would prefer a non-central composition, but there is something slightly disturbing about it. This one's cute. Tim Van de Burned. What do you think, Steph? Come on. You've got to like this. You can't be afraid
I
of frogs.
approve. Oh, it's a cutie.
You're not afraid of frogs, right?
No,
Okay. So I would love to see
I was in Vietnam. I woke up with a frog on my back.
have
It was the weirdest thing.
hopefully this isn't an overshare of a question, but have you ever had a frog walk on your bum?
No.
Oh, if you're staying in dodgy enough places in Vietnam or Southeast Asia, out of the city, you have to make sure you flush the toilet first, otherwise you might have a frog from the cistern come up and walk across your backside.
I thought you were going to tell me that there's like a service somewhere that they just grab frogs and they just put it on your butt.
It's like, yeah, and then there's something in the toxins that either shrink or grow your butt depending on what you're going for. Like the fish that eat the dead skin off your feet. Yeah, I'm sure there's something like that.
Yeah.
It's like licking the back of the frog to get a high. Anyway, back to non-ridiculous stuff. I do think this would look better with a greater depth of field. The background's still going to be gone, but I miss his nose, and I would love to see all of the feet and chest in sharp focus, personally. Looking at the settings, okay, that's probably why. I'm guessing you didn't have stabilization or enough light. You're already at ISO 6400 at f8 and 1/80th at 100 mil. So given the situation you're in, I think that's a good compromise and a great shot. So pick. Let's open that back up. What are you having for dinner, Steph?
I don't know yet. Probably.
This is I always thought was so cute, but this guy is going to town. What do you guys reckon? Does it work better like that, or would it work better like that? No, probably not, because you see the way the feet are hooked. So he's just getting some serious hang time. It's like a reverse dunk or something. Kind of is, because there's the net as well. Okay, that's disturbing. Wendy Ricardo, I think it's a cool shot though. The bug is what's in sharpest focus. It's a difficult one though.
I like the plant.
It is green, isn't it?
And it's spirally.
I would
cool.
ditch the vignette personally. Not a fan of added vignettes. Also some dust spots here. That's the problem shooting macro. You're at f16, 32, 64. You're going to see your sensor dust. So make sure you clean them. One more and then we'll jump out. Oh, actually, I think we're getting close to the end. So I included this just because I thought it was kind of hilarious that someone went to the trouble of putting matte in there and a bubble. It just kind of, I don't know, it made me laugh. I don't know. Oh, right?
Yeah, it's cute.
You know, I had been wondering when someone would put my name in a bubble inside a flower. It's taken this long, but here we are. What do you think, Steph?
I like it. Very
Get it through, Steph. Yay, everyone give Steph a round of applause. Yay. Let's just put this back on screen for you.
I'm gonna look at boxes now.
So I need you, however, to choose one out that was your favorite. And in terms of what's a great photo, don't be a chump.
Oh man, that means I have to go back and look at all of them.
Or do it ahead of time and choose a favorite. But it's, let me just put you on full screen so people can enjoy the process of you reviewing them.
No, why? That's terrible.
Well, you know, that's what they're here for. Oh, there's a bug flying around me. There was a bug flying around me. I like, let me choose mine out as well. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 favorites. If you choose one of them as well, that's our winner, and they'll get the natural light course, and the other 2 runners up will get the macro course, which I have to say is not quite ready yet, but you'll be the first 2 to get it. Don LaFrenz, what lenses do you think you need to shoot the Arctic foxes? I am still doing research on it, but pretty long. Even in the, you know, the stat plus a long zoom. What do you think, Steph?
Okay, I picked it. Okay.
So my picks, actually, let me just do it this way. Fat fingers. You, and you, and you. So let's show starred. Do you want to tell me the name of the person you chose?
Yes. Okay. Tim Vandenbrand, Jess and Joe Photography, and Rob Bowman.
Aha. Oh, so you chose 3. I was expecting you to choose 1. So which one is Rob's? Let me see. Well, that works. Jess and Joe, and Joe Renyak, and Tim Vandenbrand. So,
Bowman.
which is
the colorful one.
Ah, excellent. We'll get a copy of the macro course then. Perfect. So I need to make a note of that. I'm so bad at this. You four, if I haven't written to you by Sunday, please reply to your original email in the macro competition to remind me to send you out your prize. And for everyone else, our theme for next week then is, wait, did I make it natural light or window light?
You said natural
I know,
light.
I screwed up. It's window light. There you go, because everyone's indoors, so window light is easy. Window light is a form of natural light, or it's certainly available light, even if you have a street light out the window. Doesn't need to be a window light portrait per se. It could be anything that's lit by window light. If it's not clear that it was window light, then feel free to put one line description in the email to explain it to me. But yes, window light, sorry. So go to mattgranger.com/live. You can see the details there. Let's answer a few more questions before we wrap this in record time. And I should do this show standing up. This is like my break for the day. And then I will be sitting back down to continue editing. Let's see. Ask Matt, what about the illuminate?
That took a lot out of me to not totally freak out. Jesus.
Are you wearing an adult diaper?
Yes.
Excellent. What about the illumination on the Lauer probe lens? I'm not sure if that question came in when I was talking about choosing a focal length and getting light in, but yes, that's exactly why something as wide as a 24 probe has a macro light. Very useful. I am not sure what else we have here. Why does a macro lens have to be 1:1? That's just what it is. A macro lens reproduces reality in a ratio of 1:1. So if you're shooting full frame, you've got through the lens and is shot out the back as an image circle, it should hit the sensor at the same size. So there's a lot of lenses that aren't true 1:1, and then there's some that go through to 2:1, 5:1, and beyond. Ask Matt, did you get your copy of a D6 to try from B&H? So no, I don't know if they're in stock at B&H. Last I checked, they were still on pre-order, and I'm not buying one, so there is no my copy of one. Maybe in the future, but I don't know. I am not sure that I want to invest the time it takes to do a worthwhile review on a flagship camera for a camera that doesn't seem like it's got a lot of improvements. 101 blog, what's the headphones? I'm just using old Bose QC35s because the Apple EarPod, whatever's they are, didn't want to connect to Skype today. Last couple of questions.
Backstory on your shirt?
I bought this in Hong Kong, and it reminds me to get things done now. Don't Google it. And I don't know.
Leftovers.
Are you frozen?
It had to take me a second. I was like, what is for dinner?
Your in-laws are over. They're probably cooking up a storm right now, no?
Oh, no. I think they might have left already.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Aranciata Rossa. Blood orange. San Pellegrino. I'm pretty fancy, in case you didn't know.
Ooh. Pinky up.
Yum. Last questions, Matt. What is your go-to macro lens? I only really own the 90mm Tamron, but I have extension tubes, so I adapt all sorts. And I think that might be about us. Tonight I don't know what we're having. I gave up all food duties for the last couple of days and the next couple of days to Kate. I'm pretty sure it's takeaway, but I don't know what dishes. So definitely don't Google Matt Granger Steph Pham Natural Light Photography Course sale. Definitely
Yeah,
don't do
don't buy
that.
it either. Oh my gosh,
God.
terrible idea.
Oh, the cats are going crazy. There's a bird on the windowsill. I think that might be it, folks. Sorry for a
Yeah.
short show, but you know, a quick one's a good one. Hope you all
Mm-hmm.
had fun. Get your window light shots in. Head on over to
No bugs,
mattgranger.com/live.
please.
Window light. If there's a bug on the window like that moth underneath, then that certainly counts. Just make
Oh,
it as squirmy as possible for Steph. Oh God! Someone bring. I got to block whoever that is. I don't know about you guys, but seeing the same ads again and again on YouTube, it drives me crazy. Before it was the, what's the website one? Wix. You need a website. Lately, every
oh,
ad is for this lit mobile battery pack, and it's so annoying and it doesn't even look good. So someone just put a comment in there about lit mobile, so I put them on timeout. All right, I think that'll do. Hope you have a great
yeah.
weekend, folks.
Oh, and also, I do not like any insects. Just saying, just leaving it out there. Okay, cool. All right, thanks, guys.
Doesn't matter how they're cooked, just a blanket, you don't like them. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Nope.
Yes, please like, subscribe, and turn on all the notifications. All of them, as
Yes.
Yobo says.
All of them.
And what? We still
Don't miss
only
out.
have 7 likes. Seriously, guys, you suck. Have a good weekend.
Oh no, if you refresh it, it's actually a different number.
Okay,
Because on mine it says 59.
then I suck. And you guys rock. Ciao.
Bye.